Okay, here is an example about determining pressure with open type manometer. So in here, we are to determine the pressure at A. We see that the tube is filled with oil having specific gravity of 0.856, and there is also an air as well as a liquid which is brine with a specific gravity of 1.6. As we see, this fluid has its corresponding height in this tube. So to be able to determine the pressure at A, we have to remember that as we go down a certain elevation, okay, so as we go down a certain elevation, the pressure increases, right, in a linear fashion actually, because pressure is both a function of the density as well as the depth. Okay, so we will compute the equivalent pressure from the corresponding heights of liquid in here. Okay, so that is pressure equal to rho gh, or pressure equal to gamma h, in which gamma is equal to rho g, and that the unit weight of water is equal to 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter. That is multiplying 1000 kilogram per cubic meter, the density of water, and the factor G equal to 9.81 meter per second squared, right? Okay, so to determine gamma, since we have in here different liquids, we have to remember that specific gravity of a substance is equal to the unit weight of the substance divided by the unit weight of water. Hence, the unit weight of the substance will be specific gravity of substance multiplied by the unit weight of water. Okay, so pressure A, which is to be determined, plus we have to account for the pressure generated by this height of oil. Okay, from the elevation of A, we have to consider this height. Okay, so from point A we go down. Okay, so it means an additional pressure, for the reason that as we go down a certain depth, pressure increases. Hence we have this positive sign, right? Okay, so plus unit weight of the substance multiplied by the height. Okay, the unit weight of the substance is specific gravity of substance multiplied by the unit weight of water, which is 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter. So we then have 0.856 multiplied by 9.81 multiplied by the height, which is 0.75. Okay, so we are now at this elevation. So from this elevation, we are to consider this height again. Okay, so supposed to be From this elevation, we will have a positive or additional pressure considering this height, say Z. However, this liquid will cancel out with this liquid here, right? So no need of computing for the pressure generated from this height of liquid. So we simply have to translate this elevation, or shall we say move, going about considering the succeeding height of fluid, which in this case is air. So at this elevation now, okay, we are to consider this height of fluid, which is air, and it will be negative for the reason that we are to move up a distance of 0.75 plus 0.30, right? So the unit weight of water, or I mean air, multiplied by its corresponding height, right? And so we need to determine the specific gravity of air, noting that the density of air is approximately 1.225 kilogram per cubic meter. Hence, the specific gravity of air is equal to density of air divided by density of water. Okay, and so I have 1.225 divided by 1000. Okay, so this is 0.001225. Okay, the specific gravity of air. Okay. So 0.001225 specific gravity of air multiplied by 9.81 multiplied by the corresponding height 0.75 plus 0.30. Okay, so again, the pressure generated from this point to this point will cancel out with the pressure generated from this point to this point, right? And so we simply have to consider now the pressure generated from this point to this point, okay, which consists of a brine solution having specific gravity of 1.6. So from this point we are to go down, right? So that would be an added pressure, so plus 1.6 times 9.81 times 0.75, right? And from this point, the equivalent pressure of this depth will cancel out with this, right? So now at this point, we see that the liquid is exposed to the atmosphere, okay? So this will be equal to 0 for the reason that there is no gauge pressure in here now, okay, but rather an atmospheric pressure. And in this example, we are determining the gauge pressure, okay? So this is equal to 0 for the reason that there is no gauge pressure at this point. Okay. So we then compute the gauge pressure at point A. So we'll get negative 18.057 kilo Pascal. Okay, so this negative sign indicates that we have a negative pressure or a vacuum pressure. Okay,